want to. You don't need a special degree, you don't need any special training, you don't need a bunch of cash to start. In this video, I'm giving you the only step-by-step demand that you buy $1,000 course so that you can get started in order to possibly make some money. And finally, there are the real jobs that require 5 years of experience that you don't have. It all feels like a dead end. The dream of finding a real work from home side hustle that pays you real money without asking for you to pay them first feels impossible. But that's where you're wrong. There's doing audiobook narration for a book that I narrated and put out years ago. So where do you find these audiobook narration jobs? There's a website called ACX. It stands for Audiobook Creation Exchange. And here's the most important thing that you need to know. It's owned by Amazon. That means it is not some random sketchy website. This is a real main platform that connects authors with people like you. And boom, you can start recording. Right. Again, there will be a tab on the left hand one, Unspoken Truth. Love Don't Hurt Here, book one.
Welcome to the 11 best remote jobs that you can do at night. But there is something radically different about each one. I used to stay up at night trying to always be stressed. Investments was in a 1995 champagne colored Honda Accord. So with my newfound independence, I took my car, went over to my friend. Instead, I had just gotten this car and it immediately didn't want to start on me. So when I called AAA, I was kind of nervous as to how the rep was going to end up talking to me, being as though I was just a teenager who didn't know what I was.
And make up to $600 in only 3 hours. And this is going to be something anyone can do from anywhere in the world as long as you have a phone and an internet connection. What's up, guys? This is Monique, and welcome back to the channel. I am back with the news that you can use for first. Why are you here? Hello, bonjour, hola, aloha, konnichiwa, wagwan, shalom, assalamu alaikum, jambo, namaste. So I came across a video where someone said they were able to make $700 in 4 hours. So I had to do a little research, make sure it checks out, and it's pretty legit, y'all. So we are going to be using Google Maps to look at Google business profiles, and that's how we are going to be able to get our money. And when we are looking at the Google business profiles on Google Maps, we want to really target small businesses. And you can either look for small businesses that are local near where you live, or you can pretty much look for any anywhere in the world, as long as you know how to speak the language of whatever person it is that's running that business. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So as you can see right here, we have our Google map pulled up at the United States. And so the next step that we are going to have to do is we're going to have to look for a small town in one of these states here. Now, you don't necessarily have to do a small town. You can actually use larger cities, and I'll give you an example of that in a little while. However, I'm going to start with the small cities because this is where it seems to work often for a lot of people. So we can randomly look for any state on here, any mo. We're going to go with North Carolina here. So you can click on North Carolina, and it's going to bring us closer. And you can zoom in a little bit more by just stretching the screen, or you can hit this arrow over here, and it's going to show you more cities. But we want to get in there. We want to go deeper. And look at this. I found a city called Why Not. So I mean, why not? So this is the city that we are going to focus on. But before we get into the next step, something that's important that we want to do is go over to ChatGPT now. And you can sign up for a free account with ChatGPT. There may be a wait list though. So just in case you see that, I don't want you to be surprised. And what I'm going to ask it is to give examples of different types of small businesses like plumbers. And it's going to break down the many different types of businesses that we are about to look at in this area. And you want to get a list because you want to try to find as many businesses as you can. But on here, there are electricians, there's carpentry services, there's painting, landscaping, HVAC, auto repair. You can do pet grooming, you can do coffee shops. I mean, the possibilities are endless here. So what we are going to now do is we are going to choose one of those businesses randomly can choose whichever one that you want to, but I think I'm going to go with electrician in Wynot, North Carolina. And so when it gives you this list of the businesses that's near small town, there are several things that you want to look for to make sure you get this to work. First and foremost, you want to look for businesses that either do not have a Google business account or they have an incomplete business account. You also want to look for businesses that have a low reviews. And what I mean by low reviews is anything under 10 reviews. Now, sometimes if you look at larger cities, you may not find less than 10 reviews, but you want to try to stick to the ones that have the lower reviews. That's really important, y'all. And you also want to try to focus on the businesses that are not at the top of the ranks when you are searching. You want to find the businesses that are pretty much towards the bottom of the search results. But before we can get to the next important step, while we are on the topic of Google, tell me, have you ever Googled yourself, a family member, or a friend, and you were shocked to find your personal information was exposed on one of those people search websites? I just looked up one of my friends and I found some info that I could not believe is actually on the internet. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your information to those pesky robocallers, those spammers, and others that are trying to learn more about you, like where you live. And that brings me to today's sponsor, Aura. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your info, and they can submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They also can manage tax for you and profit off of your personal information, or you can go to there's more competition. So there's a lot of people that are struggling to be seen, especially on Google Business. So that means that you have a larger pool of people that you can target to make this money. And just to show you the difference, I live in New Orleans. So this time we are going to choose Louisiana. Let's go to New Orleans right here. And we are going to type in painters near New Orleans. And there are again a ton of businesses that comes up. This is a sponsored business, so they're kind of on their P's and Q's. We don't want to worry about that. If we scroll down, this one has 25 reviews. You want to keep those things in mind that I mentioned earlier. This may be a decent one to do because they have a 2.0 rating and only four people reviewed them. And this one actually is a pretty good business to do because if you see claim this business, that means that they may have set up a profile for their business, but they have not really linked it to themselves. So this would be someone that you may want to target. And if we look deeper into this, they don't really have any pictures. They don't really have a lot going on. They don't have a website. They don't have hours. So these are the type of businesses that you want to pretty much try to find. So that's one of them you want to go through and see if you can find any more. Here's another one that only has two reviews, but they do have 5 stars. It doesn't matter how high the rating is, but what matters is this again, claim this business. What matters is if they have a website on here, if they have the hours. Also, if they have photos, they don't have any of these things. So you want to go through, make a complete list of every single business that you can find. The more businesses you find, the more sales you are likely to make. So we found a list of all of these businesses. So what in the world are we going to be doing to make money? We are going to be offering them our services, which is going to entail helping them to be found by the right people, helping them to rank higher in search results, helping them to claim the business, making their profile complete and look nice because when people are searching for different businesses, the one place they go often is Google. And you may be like, well, Monique, I don't know a thing about Google business profiles or how to do any of those things that you mentioned. Well, that's why we have our friend Chat GPT. But also, Google offers a free course that you can take. And it's only 42 minutes, and it's going to pretty much sum up everything that Google business is about, the things that you want to focus on, and how you can fix up these profiles. It's very beginner friendly. Again, it's absolutely free. And also, what that's going to do is that's going to get you an achievement by Google, which will make you stand out above anybody else who may be offering services as well. When they see that you're kind of like Google certified, then of course a person who's offering services to help with Google, you're going to choose a person who has that achievement over a person who does not. And don't worry, I'll put the link to that class down in the description. And so once we get all of our certifications, once we have found all of the people that we want to target, what do we do next? So we are going to start calling these people. And that's what you're going to have to do if you want to get results the fastest. Like I said, we're trying to get this money in 3 hours. And that's how the person was able to get that $700 in 4 hours because they started calling businesses. But if you are not comfortable with calling people, another way that you can do this that is also pretty good, you can email these companies. But keep in mind when you are doing this, a lot of these companies have not claimed their business, so you may not find their email address. Sometimes you may not even find a good phone number to contact them. So if you run into those problems, another thing you can do is search social media like Instagram, Facebook, see if they have TikTok, see if they're somewhere on the internet because we have to find them. But regardless of which way you do this, whether you call or email, what's next important for us to figure out is what in the world are we going to say to these people? How are we going to get them to pay us to fix their profile? So we are going to head back over to ChatGPT. They are going to be writing an entire sales pitch for us so that we don't have to do too much work. I am going to say I have a business where I am helping small businesses optimize their Google business profile so that they can rank higher in search results and get before the right people. I have found several businesses that can use help to create better profiles that people are likely to use their service. I am going to call them today. can you help me write a sales pitch that I can use when calling these businesses that is convincing and likely to get a sale.
Hello.
Now, I know it sounds simple, but the more details you add to that GPT, the more likely you will be to get what you are looking for. And just like that, it gave us this sales pitch, but as I read through it, it kind of seems too sales pitchy. Like I don't feel like there's really a connection here. My name is Blank. I'm the founder of Blank. We specialize in optimizing Google business. Like I probably would hang up on a phone call like that. So one thing I'm going to do is ask ChatGPT, can you make it less sales pitchy and more of a connection? And just like that, it changed the entire feel of it. As a fellow small business owner, I know how crucial it is to make every customer count. And in my experience, one of the best ways to do this is through an optimized Google business profile. And I wanted to share this with you because I've seen businesses in your area benefit from this, and I thought it might be something that could help. And then insert the business name. So that one sounds a little bit more like I'll stick on the phone instead of hang up, or I'll read the rest of the emails instead of deleting it. So just to play around with this a bit, I'm going to send a few of these emails out to companies. And if before I finish this video, I get a response back, I'm going to insert it in here. So before you actually make your first sale, it's probably good that I haven't gotten any responses yet because I'm sure you're probably wondering how in the world am I going to get paid for this? A lot of people always ask me that, Monique, you don't talk about the pay. So what we're going to have to do is you can either do an Upwork account or you can do a Fiverr account. It's very, very easy to set them up. All you have to do is put in all of your information. They'll ask you a little bit about your experience. They'll ask you what type of services you want to offer. You can set your prices. So it's pretty self-explanatory when you do that part. I don't want to really go into too much depth with that. But after you have your account, once you start to get some
The dude who sold me the car, he had a license plate for it.
Oh wow. You found it?
No, it's on the paperwork though.
Where is it then?
He must still have it. But So somebody's gonna come over today to try to fix that heater and shit.
Mm.
That one.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
My dad had it ordered.
Mm.
So that way there's central heat or something.
They don't have to fix that heater for central heating.
That one, yeah.
That's a regular heater. The heat will come from there.
Oh well, whatever. I'm just bullshitting them on that big thing. I don't know why. I think that maybe I have no idea. I thought it is central because it's from the middle.
Hmm?
It's from the middle of the house.
No, but central means like from different vents throughout the house.
Can you open this like with your nails?
No.
This always gives me so much trouble, like when I'm just hooking up, you know, and I'm like trying to get it open to smoke. But now that I'm high, it's kind of easy.
What time are they coming?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. My name is Ryan Root, and for those of you new to our channel, we are full-time online resellers. We buy stuff and then we sell that stuff for a profit on platforms like eBay. And we are going to be talking about eBay today. What I did is I put together a list of 20 unexpected items that you can go and sell on eBay for large profit. Now, when I say unexpected, it's stuff that you may not be aware of, items that you might have seen before and you didn't know that they were valuable. So kind of switch it up. I'm always showing clothing and shoes and electronics, but today I want to give you 20 items that you might just not be aware of. And like I said, everyone, I don't want this to come off as like a brag or an ego boost for myself, but we have been selling online full time for 8 years. We've done millions of dollars online. And again, the only reason I tell you that is so that you understand where I'm coming from. We are considered an authority on stuff to sell on eBay. We've sold a ton of stuff on eBay, and most of the stuff that I'm going to show you today are our own sales. One other thing that I do want to mention before we jump into today's video is we are opening up, we have a reseller group online, and we are opening up that group again probably within the next couple of weeks. There is a very small fee to join that group. It's $100 a year, but you get to go into a like-minded reseller group with sellers ranging from very beginners to people doing hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. So if you are interested in joining our group, I'll leave a link in the description of today's video, or you can just go to rallyroots.com, put in your email address, and we will shoot you an email when we open up the group. And then one more thing, if you do enjoy today's video, if you learned something from it, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment if you would like to, and consider subscribing to the channel because we put videos like this out all the time. Okay, let's jump into 20 items that you may not know sell for a lot of money on eBay. The first category is sealed VHS tapes. And when I talk about sealed VHS tapes, I'm not talking about the Disney Black Diamond tapes that everybody thinks sells for a lot of money. They typically don't, they're like Beanie Babies, but there are certain sealed VHS tapes that can sell for hundreds of dollars up to thousands of dollars. From what I've seen, they're usually pretty genre specific. So a lot of horror VHS tapes can be worth a lot of money. But again, it's kind of like with VHS tapes, it's one in maybe 10,000 that's going to be worth a ton of money. And it just comes down to doing your research. You can also get VHS tapes graded, which can help increase the value. But even just standalone sealed VHS tapes like Jaws, for example, can sell for upwards of $1,000 plus. And something like a VHS tape at, say, a thrift store or a garage sale or a place like that's an estate sale, most of the time sellers are not going to be aware that there are big collectors for sealed VHS tapes, and sometimes you can get a really good deal. I've seen people pick them up for a couple bucks and literally sell them for $2,000. So keep an eye out for sealed VHS tapes. The second unexpected item, which we've mentioned this in our videos before, but just to refresh a little bit for people that are not aware, is car radios, and specifically OEM, like stock car radio units, CD player radio units. Even used, they can be new or used, but either way, that can be worth a lot of money. I'll give you this example right here. This is one of our actual listings. As you can see, we've sold 10 of these units for around $400 each. That's $4,000 worth of sales. Now that was a wholesale buy, but we probably sold over the years at least 200 used units as well on eBay. all the way up to, I think the most expensive one we ever sold was $700, which I believe was a Mercedes unit. But the cool thing about stock car radio units is almost every single one has the stock car parts number on it. And all you have to do is go to eBay, type in that stock number, go to solds, sort by what has recently sold, and take a look at how much they're worth. And again, this is the type of item that usually is priced around like $10 to $20 at a garage sale. A lot of people will take the stock car radio, the OEM unit, out of their car in working condition just to replace it with like a more upgraded version of that radio, and then they'll sell that one on. And a lot of the times when we sell these units, we're actually selling them back to car dealerships because car dealers want the car complete stock as it was. So they'll buy the original OEM radio, take the one that the customer put in themselves and swap it out with the one that they bought from us, and then they can sell the car for more money. So always keep an eye out for those stock OEM car radio units. Next one up, this is one that I bet not a lot of you are going to know about unless you are a hunter or you grew up hunting, duck decoys. There's some duck decoys, depending on the artist, depending on the signature, depending on the age. There's some duck decoys that can literally sell for thousands of dollars. Most of the time, they're not going to be that valuable, but even like generic ones that don't have an artist signature can still sell for a lot of money, especially if you lock them up. So here's one of our listings. We have 3 ducks listed for $100, and those we picked up at an auction. I think we paid, I want to say $17 for them. So even little sales like that, $10, $15 into $100, still really, really good profit in it. But every once in a while, possibly you can find a vintage duck decoy in the right style, by the right artist, of the right decade, and maybe you'll be able to get a ton of money for a vintage duck decoy. Here's another one that is sometimes talked about, but not often, board games. So like Monopoly, Risk, board games can be worth a lot of money, especially like we found a lot of them at garage sales that are sealed. People get them as gifts, where they buy them as gifts for people and then never give them, or they get them as a gift and they just never play them. But there are board game collectors out there, and board games can sell for a ton of money. The right game, vintage model, again, upwards of hundreds of dollars. I think the most expensive one we've ever sold was right around $200. Most of the time, like this Risk Call of Duty game, we found this one at a garage sale for $5. We listed it for $85, and we took a best offer on it of $70. But again, that's just another one to add to your things to be on the lookout for. Usually, you're really looking for those vintage games, and one tip is you want to make sure they are complete. Sometimes you can sell like parts and pieces from them, but the majority of the time, when you're selling on eBay to another collector, you want the games to be complete. So look on the box, how many pieces are supposed to be in the box, and count them out. If it's worth it, obviously. Count them out, make sure everything's there, so that when you list the item, you know exactly what you're selling. Okay, so this next category, we've actually made thousands and thousands of dollars in. It is healthcare, and in particular, hair products like conditioner and shampoo. This example right here, we picked up a lot of Blend conditioner. We got that lot at a flea market, believe it or not. Sealed, nice sealed. You always want the stuff to be sealed. Don't try to sell used shampoo or conditioner. But we picked this lot up at a flea market for $5, and we sold it on eBay for $77. And it sold very, very quickly. So again, healthcare stuff, and especially hair stuff. People get attached to certain hair treatments, and let's say it gets discontinued in the store. You can still sell it on eBay as long as it's not expired. You can still sell it on eBay sealed, and people will buy it, and you can make a lot of money selling hair care products. Here's another really cool category, thermostats. So literally home house thermostats, the little thing that goes the temperature of the air in your house, they can sell for a lot of money. And it's another thing that, sometimes people will replace their old thermostat with a brand new Nest system, and they'll put it up there and they'll just take their old one. Maybe they'll throw it out at a garage sale for $1 or $2. Even used, you can sell them used, and as long as they're working, you can sell them used and get 50, 60, sometimes hundreds of dollars for thermostats. And again, sometimes you find them new as well. But just like the car radios, the value of a thermostat is very dependent on the model. So you want to go to eBay, type in the model number, look it up, and go to solds and sort by not what people are asking. You never want to look at the prices that people are asking on eBay. You want to click on solds and look at what has actually sold in the past 90 days on eBay, so you can get an accurate idea of how much the stuff sells for. And again, thermostats are great. It's another one that we've made thousands on from garage sales, from auctions. One
When
that a
are
lot
they
of people
coming?
overlook and wouldn't
When
think
did you say that
would
they're
be
coming?
sell for a lot of money on
Around
eBay.
1 o'clock.
But believe it or not, a lot of contractors or a lot of people who are building a home and just need another thermostat, they'll buy them on eBay. Next one up, car manuals and motorcycle manuals. We've made so much money selling these, and another one that usually people price at $5-10, and they sell for, on average, when we sell a car manual, it's between $50 to $150. But a lot of people, let's say you're rebuilding a car and you want a specific year car manual for, let's say like a 1977 Ford Mustang. You want the service manual from that because you're restoring a car with your kids, right? So that's not something that you can just go and buy at the store. You can't go to Advanced Auto Parts and get a 1977 Mustang car service manual. That is something that a lot of people list on eBay. The year matters, the type of car or the type of motorcycle does matter, but we've sold manuals for hundreds of dollars on eBay. Okay, so this next category, usually I would tell people to sell this type of item on Amazon. If you are ungated, if you're allowed to sell brands like this or products like this on Amazon, usually you're going to get more money. But eBay is still a good place to sell it, and the type of item is voice recorders.
Hey guys,
Basic
today I
voice
wanna talk to
recorders,
you
you know,
about
the little
the
like
7
spy
most
thing where
generous
you click on
housing
the
grants in
button,
America.
voice record, or like that authors use or police stations use back in the day to press down and record someone's voice, basically. Brand and condition do definitely matter. Sony, Panasonic, those are going to be like your top of the line. New in the package, they're going to go for a ton more money, but even used, they can sell for a lot of money. Another one that can sell for $50, $150, but there's a few, if you can find the right model, that can sell for $2,000-$3,000. Next up, one of my favorite categories to sell in, knives. And I'm not just talking about pocket knives, which are great. Like we've sold some case knives for a couple $100, $200-$300. I actually found one recently at a garage sale for $8 that we have listed for upwards of $300, but will probably sell for around, I don't know, maybe $200. But even so, case knives, really, really good. Some pocket knives can be worth a lot of money. But in addition to that, kitchen knives like Cutco, steak knives, Cutco, like the block sets of knives, they're worth so much money and they sell so fast on eBay. It will blow your mind sometimes. Take this example. We found a open box set of brand new Cutco steak knives at a thrift store. I believe we paid $15 for them, and they sold very, very quickly for right around $170. And that was for a set of 4 Cutco steak knives. So imagine what like a whole set of Cutco like chef knives and stuff would sell for. But yes, when it comes to knives, condition matters, brand matters. But keep an eye out not just for the pocket knives, but also for stuff that people buy all the time. I always tell people, look out for common consumables. What I mean by that is there are certain items that people buy every single day. It doesn't just take a collector to find something that they've been looking for a while. Those common consumables, like for example, the shampoo and conditioner that I was talking about, those are the items that pay the bills, in my opinion, as a reseller. The item.
And we are going to go way deeper than Section. But I do want to start with Section 8, and I hope you'll find landlord that's going to accept that voucher. That gives you a lot about Section 8. Is that it also has a hidden pathway to homeownership, right? Waiting periods, and sometimes you even have to wait to apply. So with that in mind, just look up the number for your local public housing agency for the past 3 years. So if you owned a home 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever, you may still qualify as a first-time home buyer. That depends on the home that they buy. $1,000, sometimes much more. I've seen them as high as $40,000 toward the purchase of your home price. And some very local programs have gone higher than that. It just depends. Generally, the higher the amount is, the harder it's going to be to qualify for, either in terms of you have to leave mortgage, and then every year, so much easier. Sometimes they have really specific lists. Now let's talk about the USDA Section 504 Home Repair Program. This is amazing for rural homeowners because they can offer you grants of up to $10,000 if you're a senior over the age of 62, or they can offer you a loan of up to $40,000 with just 1% interest. So that is huge. Now, in order to qualify for this, you need to meet the if you choose to do the loan can be used for roof funds, typically have more funds. You submit all of your documents, that out. Okay, income limits may also vary that out. Okay, now we're going to talk about the HUD Older Adults Home Modification Program. This program provides free home modifications for very low or low income households, although there's exact income limits. Modifications are trying to find that different programs offered by the VA that can assist veterans with the most of more than one or more programs.
service veterans with qualifying disabilities that are able to help adapt your family members. It all begins at va.gov. So situations like medical emergencies, job loss, unexpected disasters, something that was outside of your control that caused you to have a hard time. Now, you also have to live in a community where the foundation has an active partner website. You want to make sure you're paying off your home entirely under certain circumstances. The organization Tunnels to Towers has an incredible program called the Fallen First Responder Program. And what they do is they pay off the mortgages of first responder officers, firefighters are separated. You will also need to explain to you guys, because we had a lot of people asking questions about this. If you are having a hard time with your housing payments because you've recently been diagnosed with cancer,
If they can't harness or harvest your energy anymore, right? I'm hearing foul play. This person could be sick because every time that they exert energy to send you dark energy or do whatever this is that they're doing, they lose energy because they don't get it back and they don't get your energy. Um, their old tactics, it doesn't work anymore. Whatever they were doing, it doesn't work. This is making me think about the movie Weapons, where the older, I think it was the aunt that came to stay with them, and she basically did magic to make all the kids come to her so she could harvest the energy of the kids. This could be somebody like that. This person just doesn't seem to understand that whatever they were doing in the past is not working. And the more they try to harvest your energy, the more they lose life force. So it's kind of giving like this. It could be very difficult. It's kind of taking an aunt, a great aunt, a mother, or something like that. Whoever this is, they're in this grumpy miser. They have this dark energy around them because I'm hearing that they're losing you. I just was about to pick up the decks back and it said currently under spiritual attack. These people are people who try to use your childhood wounds to get you in your mind and make you feel the energy of sorrow and sadness and grief so that they can somehow feed or harvest off your energy. They want to bind you, put you in the state of feeling helpless, right? But what they don't seem to understand is it's like you've healed those wounds. You've integrated them. You have a way of thinking about things, that happened in your life. And if not, you have to have this new way of thinking. Hold on, family. All right, my bad, family. So as I was saying, yeah, so
it's January, and that means there are a whole bunch of new freebies.
but whenever they're doing this magic, it might come as the energy of like a mental attack, like where you start getting negative thoughts. You know what I mean? Or this like anxious feeling, just you know what I mean? This weird energy around you type shit. Could be going on. They could even be trying to target somebody's child now at this time. Alright, so let's add some cards down here. The divine counterpart, if you something about your divine counterpart. The divine counterpart can currently be under spiritual attack. I'm hearing plots and plans of the enemy. This is somebody who been trying to block you and block your life in order to feed off you. You have hexed shirt. They could be hexing items or hex somebody's items. Alaska is here. We have big readers. Somebody's out here. I call that spiritually spying. Like you getting readings. If you listen to a psychic shop or wherever you get a reading and you ask about another person, like you a stalker. This is like a spiritual stalker. You a stalker. Like I can't imagine going to ask somebody about another person. Like, because if you gotta go ask a psychic, that means you can't ask them. So you want some talking shit on them. You know what I'm saying? We got more angels. Celestial alignment. There's some type of alignment that you're in. This could be something that these people have been trying to block you from for a long time. Because when you get to this age, or when this certain celestial event takes place, it's supposed to bestow some type of blessing. And it's crazy because my phone almost fell as I started this reading, and somehow the game block blast came up. This could be somebody who's been trying to block you or trying to, for some of you, trying to get you to involve yourself before this certain celestial alignment takes place, or before you reach a certain age or something like this. I'm telling you, it's something like that. They could be getting told that you're in some type of celestial alignment for some type of abundance and blessings to flow in, something that was your birthright. You know what I'm saying? So we have mediumship and channeling. Your gifts could be activated. Something in your birth chart could be activated at this time. Something could be activated within you. You could be a medium, channel, or you channel. What I said, very rare gifts. You may have some type of very rare gifts that are going to make you a different. Maybe somebody wanted these abilities of yours, but there could be some type of gifts that are activated at this time. This could be the energy of DNA activation. Somebody has a very rare a gift, ability, mediumship, channeling. We have diabolical. There's somebody here who is mentally unstable. They crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. This person is crazy. This could be the person that's getting readings on you. We have I want them to know. It's something about remembering. It's something about whatever this time is. This is a very important time. There's something about you remembering something. Or something coming back together. Something is like the weight royalty at the bottom of the day. Can I make it up? Can I make it up? Maybe even remembering that you're royal or that you come. Maybe something about your lineage. Something that you're here to do. Yeah, the first house. I told you last time it was your birth chart. You may have the first house is about so it reminds me of the fool when you enter. Maybe you're gonna remember what you were here to do. You could have been sent back on a mission from your lineage. You could have been the one that was chosen to come back to incarnate at this time. And they not playing with nobody when it comes to you. You know what I'm saying? We got enemies linking up. Also see spells to make you forget dark things they did to you as a child. Enemies, Anubis is here. Can I make it up? Your enemies are linking up. Yeah, somebody's connected to ancient Egypt. This is their lineage war. Their bloodline. Your enemies are linking up and they're getting eliminated. Poison. Somebody could have tried to poison you. You know what? In a past life, honestly, I'm actually kind of seeing a chalice. In a past life, you may have been poisoned. You could have been some type of royalty, and you may have been poisoned in your past life. Back in Arkansas, here, that could have been something that happened in a past life. And they thought they looked reincarnation. Can I make it up? Reincarnation, and you back. And these people that are around you, they can't block you this time. Like they tried to block you last life, or you could have been like a king, a queen, empress, emperor, something like that. And you were poisoned. For some of you were poisoned. Like somebody put something in your cup, in your chalice, or something like this. And you're back. But you're back to the energy of vengeance. Like getting redemption for what these people did in the past life. So the people that are around you, these are people you know from your past life. Some of these people could have been very close to you in your past life, like your right hand man or the people who stand on the side of you. And these people could have worked together to eliminate you. No lie. Maybe because you were righteous. You know what's making me think of? I can't 100% think of it, but relative. For some reason, I can't really remember, but it was when one of the kings wanted to change like who they worshipped and all that. Oh my goodness, what is his name? He wanted to change who they worship or whatever. I don't know. It's giving the energy of eliminate somebody who is of balance, maya, fairness. Eliminate someone like this so that some type of evil could move in or some shit like this. Like it's giving that divine favor is here. You reincarnated with divine. Look at this. Try to make it up. Can it get more accurate? Do you see how many cards is in my hand? Do you see how many cards I got around me? It's over 1,000 of these cards. So for these to come together in these decks, it says you have a really big important purpose. Divine forces are fighting for you. Divine favor. Your purpose is really big. There's something about the nation. Something about something you're meant to do here. You got war angels out on the board. You got a really big important purpose where you have war angels that are fighting for you, protecting you. It's really dangerous to come up against you. Like it's really dangerous to play with you. It really is, family. There could be something about a narcissistic mother, and it says villains under here. There could be a narcissistic mother and some other people, some villains. If you got son, you could be a son. It says try to use you, an earth angel, as a sacrifice to become a part of this dark covert organization. It could be a mother who tried to use a son as a sacrifice. Or maybe somebody tried to use your son, but we have healing inner childhood wounds. You're healing some type of inner childhood wounds, and we have a mechanic here. Somebody could be a mechanic, or this is just like you working on your vehicle. You know what I mean? Like your body and things like that. You know what I mean? Spiritually. There's something about a hex item that somebody tried to get somebody. But what did I say? Past life redemption. Oh, I'm searching. What does he say? Redemption's on my mind when I think about you. I don't know. When you reincarnated, this is past life redemption. You're getting redemption. You were betrayed in a past life. This is what this was. You were betrayed by a bunch of people around you. It's reminding me of the story of Joseph, but it's reminding me of, it's just a story where you were either you were some type of royalty or you lived some type of life, and people around you that worked together and they did kill you. They killed you. I'm picking up on it. They did. They did. I'm actually getting chills. Hex item, and thought they were being sneaky. Somebody sent a hex item to somebody, or they gave somebody a hex item, or they even gave somebody's kid a gift, and something was hexed. They thought they was being sneaky when they did this. I see sun again. Atlantis is here. So for some of you, you could have even reincarnated from Atlantis. I'm hearing epic proportion or something like that. We got Gerard Street in Philly. The name James is here. I think I wrote that name up in the last read. I said James or Jameson, and this could be connected to that last read. And I said that too. James, Jameson. We have soul, and spirit. Yeah, you are a reincarnated soul. So your soul has reincarnated. Who were you? Like, all I know is you were somebody that was powerful, somebody that was important, and these people worked together to kill you. Hearing their thoughts, not yours. Your gifts are so. When I told you you activated some very rare gifts, you hear the thoughts of other people. Like telepathy is here. That came out and what did I fucking say? I'm sorry, I can't. It don't get no more accurate. Somebody could be from Maine, but we got DNA activation. Something done activated in you. It activated. It activated some type of gifts. It activated some type of knowledge, some type of, I'm hearing higher learning. Something has activated in you, and these people could have been trying to stop this celestial alignment, stop something from taking place. And you may start to remember bits and pieces of your past life. You may even start to see it in a dream. You know, sometimes things that happen to you in a dream, you think it's just a it's just a dream, but really that was things that happened to you in the past life. Somebody's DNA activated. Whew, I got the chills. You don't have their DNA. Man, they out here talking today. Look at my arm. Do you see the chills on my arm? Like, you don't have these people's DNA, family. Blood type. Oh my God. What is going on here? What are they telling us here? So you literally don't have your family's DNA. There's something about your blood type. This is making me think about that reading where I said they never told you your actual blood type when you came out. They didn't even know what it was. That's how they knew it was something different about you. They may have written something down. You might not even know what your blood type's supposed to be if you think about it. You in your head, like some people be saying, oh, old blood is this and this is that. Yeah, that's the bloods of this land. Your blood is a blood type that they ain't never even seen before. Or your blood type is a blood type that is connected to a certain lineage, so they know that you incarnated from this lineage. They know. I keep hearing they know. Blood type. It's something very important about your DNA. And it's crazy because I seen DNA in your information in your DNA. There's something about the information that's in your DNA. Insert something about DNA strands activated. So we have fighting tooth and nail to block this connection, dark magic rituals, body parts and rituals. So there could be a divine connection that's coming together that's also going to activate more, and it's going to bring about some type of I'm hearing a revolution will not be televised. But when this union comes together, this is a very powerful, I'm hearing prolific. I'm so gifted. So this could be two gifted people that's coming together. I'm hearing from across time and space that are coming together. And I'm kind of seeing two people put their pointer fingers together, like touch their pointer fingers. And it's like this electrical thing that's happening. There's something about this connection coming together that is going to bring about some unfolding, something unfolding, something unfolding. These people could have been separated for a long time, and now they're finding each other again. They're reconnecting again. So this could be really a divine time for them. So somebody's doing dark magic rituals to block. They're fighting tooth and nail to block this connection to the point where they're using body parts and rituals. Shango is here. So we got royalty next to Anubis and royalty next to Shango. So maybe one person's lineage is of Egypt, maybe the other person's lineage is connected to the Orishas or something like that. Take it what resonates. We have Liz, Ted, Naomi, Rita, Sydney, Shy, Stop. We got another group of names: Alan, Sherry, Ged. I say that every single time. It's Ted, Gary, Walter, Mickey, Allie, Allison, Jerome, Jeremy. We got Jen. There could be something about the gym, going to the gym. Somebody could be getting sued. Fame. Maybe somebody's famous is getting sued, or somebody trying to sue somebody. Yeah, they were warned to stop attacking you, Ascension. So these people were warned to stop attacking you, family. They were warned. Matthew 13:42 and 43. And I believe in Matthew 13:42 and 43, there's something about blood tears or something like this. Let me see. Hey Siri, can you bring up Matthew 13:42 and 43 for me, please?
Okay, I found this on the web for can you bring up Matthew 1342 and 43 for me, please? Check it out.
He cracks me up when he says that shit. Check it out. So when I see that came up, it says, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of the teeth. then the righteous will shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. So what I'm picking up on is there's a group of like evil people who had, these are people who did like heinous things to the righteous individuals in past lives, the chosen ones, the righteous beings, in order to be in the position that they're in this lifetime. And it's time for these people to be cast into the furnace of fire. And this is why they're going so hard to block this, because they don't want to lose their position of power. And it says, then the righteous will shine forth. See, this is the time for the righteous to shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears, let them hear. Okay. And I see Jedi Jesus. I don't know, this just came up. Jedi Jesus. So it could be something about Star Wars. Maybe there's some type of wars that are taking place in the stars, galactic wars. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? What they did to Jesus. What they did to Yeshua. What they did to Jesus. You know what I mean? How they killed him, or whatever the case may be. Even though the story about when he died and he rose, that wasn't necessarily about him physically dying. That was more about him dying to the old way and ascending, raising in a new, like being reborn. Christ consciousness, that's what that was about. But they still did betray him. So we have a book, not a regular person. I'm telling you, whoever I'm talking to, this is somebody that has divine favor. They have divine favor because of the sacrifices that they made in their past lifetimes for humanity, for the people. This is somebody who has sacrificed. I'm hearing martyr. This is somebody who has sacrificed for the people, so they have a lot of divine favor and protection. This is a powerful individual, very protected. The protection that they have, people wonder why you see certain things happen to people, and it's like it seems like they don't have spiritual protection, but then you see a certain person, and then people can try this and they can try that, they can set traps, they can plot, and it won't work. And it's because this person is somebody with divine favor. This is somebody that has war angels, guardian angels, ancestors that are protecting them because of their light, because of their. If you see somebody that's primarily alone in the physical, that's because they have so much protection in the spiritual. And you know what's scarier than things that you can't see? You hear the horns in the background? People be out here playing with forces and things that they can't see, that they can't necessarily war against. There could be something about somebody's dad's side here, and we have nobody's laughing now. See, so there were some people that were warned to stop attacking you. They thought that shit was funny. Ain't nobody laughing. Now they thought you was a regular person. They're literally seeing the divine favor on your life, the covering that's on your life. That cloak is a divine. It's like a divine energy, a universal, a galactic energy that you're coated in, that you're covered in. The blood. You know when see, because I'm channeling, it's so hard to bring up what I want to think of because they're channeling stuff to me. But in the Bible, they spoke about how God told them to go put a mark over their doors because he would come and he would kill the firstborns. This is like the type of mark that you have. So when destruction happens, you will be saved. You will be spared. It won't happen to you because you have this mark on you. We have exposed for lies. Somebody's father could be getting exposed for lies. There could be somebody that's stalking you, that hit you up online. This person could be diabolical. We have Archangel Champion trying to run from karma, but there's nowhere to hide. And there's nothing I can do. Somebody's trying to get some help from somebody. They trying to hide. They being exposed. There's nowhere that these people can hide. Nowhere on earth that they could go. This could be some type of daily spell work they were doing that's backfired. Yeah, we have trying to save face. Somebody's trying to save face. They trying to hide. And there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to go. And we have realizing the bad things that were happening with warnings. Somebody was being rewarded. I'm getting reward. They wanted a reward. But somebody was being warned to stop. Somebody has a spiritual bounty on their head. They put a bounty on your head in the physical. bounty on their head. So I don't know if God sent out the call, bring me this person's head, whatever. It's a spiritual bounty that's on this person's head. That's why it's nowhere they could go and nowhere they could hide, because there's a spiritual bounty. So wherever they go and wherever they try to hide at, it's like mental anguish and destruction. Everything around them falls apart because it's a spiritual bounty on their head. You have money coming to you. Yeah, high-ranking warlock. This is a high-ranking warlock that wouldn't stop doing whatever you're doing. And they have a spiritual bounty on their head. And this person is trying to save face because they couldn't take you down. They couldn't destroy you, and now they're being destroyed. So people are going to see them and see that, oh, they're not so high and mighty. They're not as powerful as we thought they were. You outrank that. Dave, Scooter, we got Nevada, Colorado, love spell backfired. Now this person is obsessed with you. Yeah, there's somebody that is obsessed with you, a lover that was doing love spells on you. All right. Dissociative personality disorder. Yeah, this person got dissociative personality disorder. I would stay away from that. I wouldn't even really play no games with them. I wouldn't, shit, they crazy. You hear me? Organized crime. This person could be trying to organize some type of crime. I told you somebody put a hit. They put a hit on you, a bounty on you in the physical. And now there's one on their head. I whip your head, boy. You know I will. And they really are chosen. See, nobody laughing now. Nobody's laughing now because they see that you really are chosen. They see by the things that's happening, that's taking place around them. Somebody could be Haitian, or somebody's connected to, somebody has some type of Haitian ancestry, Haitian royal blood, or maybe this ex was Haitian, or there's some Haitian rituals that are taking place. Oh, this ex trying to unalive somebody's new lover. Yeah, this person's diabolical. This person trying to unalive somebody's new lover. Why the hell is there a K on new lover? Sometimes when I'm channeling, I don't even know what I'm doing. Because why would I ever put that K on new lover? I gotta fix that. Sometimes I don't even get help with the cards. I have my children, but that is like something I would. We got moon magic. These people were doing a lot of moon magic here. A lot of moon magic, mind control spells, mental attacks, things to manipulate your mind. MK Ultra is what I'm picking up on. This person could be trying to track you. This ex, we got never thought they would get caught. Lies being exposed. Somebody never thought they would get caught, and their lives are being exposed here. Somebody could have been trying to get you kidnapped down here. We got you and your kids, or you and your child. We got mad you're healthy. These people could be mad you're healthy because they wanted you sick. We got in too deep. There could be people in hometown. So there could be people from your hometown that's in too deep in this situation. And we got an ex. This could be a Capricorn that's having some type of intrusive thoughts. And you could be a Capricorn and you can have intrusive thoughts about you. We have fret not. I told you the ancestors saying you ain't got to worry about a damn thing. And we got unique DNA. Can I make it up? I told y'all. You have some type of unique DNA, unique blood type. There's something unique about you. And these people knew when you were born. At birth, they knew. We have crazy, jealous ex. There's a crazy ass ex out here that's tracking you, obsessed with you. They got some type of demon in them that's obsessed with you. Casimir, Heaven, the Bay of Mirror, Bonnie, Bond. It says spare key, change the locks. You may need to change your locks. We got a return to sender is why they're sick. Somebody's mad you're healthy. And a return to sender is why they asked is sick. Because whatever sick spell they sent or something they sent to you was supposed to make you sick. It returned, and now they asked is sick. You didn't even return it is what I'm hearing. The ancestor did. Someone told on this person. This person that thought they was getting away with something, somebody told on him. This could be about organized crime or something. Somebody told on him. This person may have a key got grand trauma. This is what's happening. There's something about something that's activating in your birth chart. I told you that you can have a grand trine. There's something that's activating that's in your birth chart. There's some type of alignment that's taking place and something is activating. Archangel Michael is here saying that. Archangel Michael is saying something. It could be a grand trine that's activating in your birth chart. We got the feds. Somebody could have told the feds on this person, or the feds is involved in a situation. It could be a karmic uncle involved in something. It could be on your dad's side, possibly. Camden, New Jersey is here. Watch your kids around them. You gotta watch your kids around these people from this hometown. The plan was to have you talking in thin air on the street, talking in thin air, crashing out. So there's a deranged ex-lover. Look at him. This person is a certified crash out. Watch out for this motherfucker. They're crazy jealous that you got to watch out for them. Ancestors are making an example out of these people. And we have no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's what they finding out. That no, you have this divine favor that no weapon formed against you in the physical or the spirit shall prosper. Air tag. Somebody tried to air tag somebody. Or put an air tag on somebody's car. And somebody will swap that birth. When these people found out, when you hear that horn, when these people found out about your blood type and all that shit, they either swapped you at birth or they kidnapped you, and then they gave you to like one of the other Masonic members. And these people were supposed to pretend to be your family while harvesting your energy all these years. Tell them. Runaway child is here. Could be a runaway child. You have spirit realm. They will fight you very well. I told you there's a spiritual balance. People say ain't nobody laughing now. And we have Eastern Star. There's an Eastern Star out here. See, this is what I mean. It could be this Eastern Star group that you were like you could have been given to one of these people, one of these Eastern Stars to raise. So your parent could be an Eastern Star. They may not actually be your parent. Your real biological parents. And it seems hard to believe, but scientifically, when you spend so much time with people, especially from child, and you grow up with these people, you will look like them. You will. Now you start to look like your partner after you've been with them for so long. I'm telling you, I used to be with my baby father. People would say we look alike. When I was with my ex, people said we looked alike. Hell, they used to think my sister and my youngest sister and my ex was brother and sister. So we have chart reader and fame. You may get rich off of your abilities. You could be a chart reader for some type of fame. Or there's a chart reader that may get sued or somebody trying to sue a chart reader. Y'all know how these people behave. And I think working together, hating together. Whatever they do won't prevail. It won't work because this is your calling and your authenticity. Secret society is here. Can I make it up? There's a secret society that is involved in like puppeting your life that are in the background that have something to do with your life. They have something to do with your life. The secret society, the Eastern Stars. You have karma for your siblings, and I also see sister was or is pregnant by your ex or your baby father. Could have been a sister sleeping around with an ex or baby father. And we have blaming you for sickness, poverty, and bad luck, black magic. See, somebody out here blaming you for sickness, poverty, bad luck, but it's the black magic that got them in this energy. I'm telling you. Yeah. We're blessed in the city and in the fields. You're blessed wherever you go. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the fields. We're blessed when we come and when you go. Yeah, you're blessed. Somebody could be in the National Guard. Somebody could be a pilot in the National Guard. I don't know. It says National Guard, you don't have pilot behind it. Or somebody's National Guard, or somebody's a pilot. All the lies they told when you were coming to light, and people see this person as a pathological, habitual liar they are. This could be a sibling. Chakra alignment. I'm telling you, you're coming into some type of, your chakras are aligning with the celestial alignment, and something is fucking unfolding rapidly. It can't be stopped by a mere fucking unit. Alaska's here. You talking about Alaska. There's an older sister. This could be an older sister, like I told you, a sister that's a liar. People see this person is mentally unstable and a liar. We got American Psycho here. They might see this sister as an American Psycho. But maybe this sister was working with this American fucking Psycho. They're all in cahoots. Wow. They're all in cahoots. They're all working together. They're all connected here. Government watching us. Tell the government why you're watching. The government connected with these motherfuckers. People from the government. We have abuse of power. Dark Tower battle between good and evil. Yeah, there's definitely something about the government abusing their power. This Dark Tower battle between good and evil. I believe in Dark Tower. Let me look it up. That's a Stephen King. I love Stephen King, y'all. I love Stephen King. It's my eighth house moon that makes me love it. And Edgar Allan Poe. I used to love Edgar Allan Poe as a child. It's 333. This is how you know this is the facts. It's currently 3:33 on the clock. Alright, so hey Siri, give me a description of the Dark Tower movie by Stephen King. What was about it? So it was Idris Elba was in it, and he was known as the gunslinger. He was on a quest to protect the Dark Tower, a mythical structure which supports all reality. While Matthew McConaughey plays his nemesis. So basically, it's something about the controlling of realities with the government, secret society, abuse of power. Something about the way the government has been working together to control people's realities. And you know what's crazy? Because me and my DM was literally just talking about this, about how they control people's realities, ways that they do it. Like I'm telling you, literally, um, we might have to come back and talk about it with y'all, but we was talking about literally how they use TV. We was kind of bringing up the example of how when they want to sell you something, especially on TV, they're not going to show you a homeless person drinking a bottle of liquor because they don't want you to think that drinking a bottle of liquor will equate to you being on the side of the street, right? So they will show you a rich person with their legs crossed, living some type of fancy life, drinking a bottle of liquor, right? Because in your mind, that's something that rich people do. You know what I mean? But you won't. What you don't understand is that is something that destroys you. So that's a way that they control your reality by ads, TV, manipulation, the way that they manipulate things. So, for instance, let's see, what else are we talking about? You know what? I can't get into that right now because once I get into that, it's like I'm going to break the other. I'm not going to be able to get back onto this right now. So there's something about the government knowing who you are, the government being under judgment for their abuse of power and manipulating and controlling people's realities. I see apology here. I also see first house. We got a remote, golden age. So the government could have literally got a remote. Like in the last reading, it said Elite got a reading. So the government could have got a remote. We got golden age. And they know that you're here for the golden age. They know that you're here too. Tell us about the golden age. What is the golden age supposed to mean? The first house. This is how you know you're here today. Come back to that. So the term golden age refers to a period of great prosperity, peace, and cultural achievement in society or civilization. It can also refer to a specific time period in history or a general era of exceptional achievement and prosperity. The concept of golden age comes from Greek mythology and refers to the idea that people before organized societies lived in states of happiness. See, this is what I mean. They don't want this golden age to be ushered in because they want control, man. We got SEX trafficking. These people are responsible for where these kids are going missing and kidnapping and all that shit. They responsible for that shit. Harvesting the energy of these kids and all that. They responsible. Somebody could definitely be in Aries. We got spiritual inheritance. These people want to take your spiritual inheritance. A Coven. That could be a Coven.
warlocks from these, that could be an Eastern Star specifically, that's a part of this coven. That could be an older sister that's an Eastern Star that wants to take your spiritual inheritance, or there's a coven of Eastern Stars that wants to take somebody's spiritual inheritance. Well, these people should have done their due diligence on you before they came to attack you. We got Ellie and Batman here. This person is possessed. I mean, fucking possessed. Somebody possessed out here. Somebody's possessed with some type of dark magic rituals they've been doing, possibly to block a connection. We got Evil Eye and Witch Doctor. It could be an evil eye, a witch doctor that was evil eye in here. Somebody in their feelings that they couldn't block some type of connection here. All right, family, I think I'm going to end this here. I'm hearing even mortal. We have mental disorder. This person got a mental disorder. Or the possession is showing up as a mental disorder. We have covert narc. This person could be a covert narcissist. Yeah, if I can't have you, no one will. There's somebody out here. I'm telling you, there's a covert narc, an ex, a possessed ex or something. Oh, if I can't have you, no one can. They on some other shit. I'm telling you, you were sent to destroy this cult. You are destroying this cult. Arkansas is here. We got spiritual judge / teacher. You're a Hierophant. You're a spiritual judge. You're a teacher. These people buried your picture in a graveyard. This witch doctor, this Colvin. They shit did their due diligence. They running to dig that motherfucker up now. They make me think about when the psychic told me they put me in the freezer and I just like got the download the other day. They run into that motherfucking freezer to get that shit out now. Do you know who freezer? Do you know who picture you put in that freezer? Do you know who you put in that freezer? You got to be more careful. Tell me. Karmic debt must be paid with their life. Jesus. That make me think about what they did to Jesus, what they did to Yeshua. The karmic debt must be paid with these people's lives. Somebody is Yeshua reincarnated, getting their redemption. This is what this is. Somebody is Yeshua, literally Yeshua reincarnated, getting their redemption. These are these people, these beings, these high-level beings that they killed, they're reincarnated, getting their redemption. And this karmic debt for what they did to Jesus in the past life, it must be paid with their life. Somebody is literally
Where are you going?
Outside.
Can you open the truck so I can get my EBT card?
Huh?
Can you open the truck so I can get my EBT card? Because I really needed it. Is that a yeah?
Huh?
Is that a yeah?
Yeah.
Is it open? Is it open? Is it open?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I was just grabbing this to open it with.
Who's that? No.
or beings like this. Shango, these different beings, just like these who I'm speaking to, you are these people from a past life reincarnated. You got Big Nine. There's a BBL karmic that's Big Nine. Somebody could have left you land in another state. Black sheep. This could be a family situation where you're the black sheep. It could be a court situation going on about that. Somebody was doing some type of water magic here to try to fuck with your finances, block the flow of things coming in your life. Something like that, family. Get outside and get grounded. All right, so we're about to end this. We got Katisha, Marianne, Hilda, Shelly, Abel, Bob, Larry, Carl, Carly, Sean, Ellis, Elisa, Lisa, Terry, Karen, Carmen, Tia, Latia, Keisha, Keyshawn, Renee, John, Jonathan. We have Netflix and Chill. We have the name Kelly, Niche, Nice, Niecy, Nay, and we have Boom Boom Wild Ancestors. What I tell y'all? I whip your head, boys. You know I will. With the back and the skin. Listen, it's happening to them. It's happening to them. Whatever they wanted to happen to you is happening to them. These people were trying to set you up. Look, the hitman thinks you're sweet. It could be family that was trying to set you up for some type of shit. For some type of land that was left to you in another state. Rima is here. We got Divine Counterpart. Justin. They say Justin Timberlake. Crimea River. Hawaii is here. Fourth Wish. Probably gonna end up on the fourth list. I'm hearing dirt. I'm just trying to make the fourth list. There's something about a masculine and success and a karmic that does not want to see this, will do anything to try to destroy this. Because I think he said, hey Siri, can you bring up the lyrics from Little Dirt or please?
Okay, I found this on the web. Can you bring up the lyrics to Little Dirt?
That's what he said. I'm just trying to like get out my face and think you know it all. Alright, hold on to a specific part I'm looking for. Okay. He said I'm just trying to make the fourth list. I ain't trying to wipe no poor bitch. So that's what I mean. There's some type of karmic here that is mad that somebody is like trying to go after their dreams and their goals, and they're not trying to settle for, less. There's a BBL karmic that's very upset about that. There's like malicious gossip. This person could be spreading some type of very malicious something could have even been found. Like there could be some type of government shit where they found like body bags full of people and somebody could have called the police. I know the government don't like my ass. We got the name Rob. I see Vibrant. Virgo. Somebody could be a Virgo. You ran into this karmic. This could be somebody that you met. Well, yeah, somebody. I'm hearing is a cousin, nigga, and some real wealthy. Somebody gonna be trying to ruin somebody, but they gonna get stuff down somewhere. Yeah, somebody be doing a trip side vacation so they can find out a lot of things that you want. Hawaii.
There's no for a second.
Somebody to Hawaii. Or somebody could have tried to invite somewhere to have them robbed or set up. 414-419-818-222. New York is is here. Whew, the best of New York energy. Final destination is here. Or this is where they was going to. Somebody was going to New York. And somebody was inviting somebody to New York, or you live in New York. And somebody was trying to invite you somewhere, but with final destination in New York, it seems like the destination where somebody was traveling to was New York. Like they're taking a trip to rob somebody in New York. We got Unstoppable.
Keep hold it for seconds on it.
They
You know,
say yes, and they can't be stopped at this time. 30 to 40 years old, protected. What I said, you can't be stopped at this time. You're protected. 4442, 22, 43, and 46. We have Claire, Candace, Ruby, Rena. Somebody connected to the Google trial. All right, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Somebody talking to you from a big page, so be careful. I want to thank you guys for joining me, like and share, subscribing. All that you do is greatly appreciated. Everyone that voted. We have internet backslash something anyone you guys are like that. I'm not trying to do the best in this life. Please understand.
They turned it?
Hmm?
They turned it?
I was really looking.
Oh, okay.
How often do you pray? What do you pray about? Do you have confidence that
a pastor's involved? Why am I not surprised, bro? There's a pastor involved. Okay,
I'm
male,
just gonna
a
keep
female,
fucking with it till you're ready.
a female Leo and a female
Right
pastor.
there.
Are they the same person? A female pastor and a Leo
I
female.
thought you had the
involved with
hearing
sex
aid.
trafficking.
Huh?
I thought you had the hearing aid.
There's video
Yeah, but
here.
the keys aren't installed on the doors yet.
There's video.
How did you open it before?
Is this connected? Doctor, a nurse. There's a nurse involved. Male, female. There's a female nurse involved, a female pastor, and a Leo. And there's video. There's a nurse, a pastor, and a Leo. Video. Somebody has a Ford. Is this connected? Okay, it's supposed to come out. Male, a female. All right, black. What's going on with this black Ford? Maybe some children will be freed from these nasty people's grip. This pastor, this nurse, this Leo. What they were trying to manifest or expecting is not. Okay, so whatever this person with the black Ford was hoping for, it's not. They're not manifesting, it's not coming in for them here. What is this? A mother, grandmother figure. Connected, a mother, a grandmother figure. So this is two different people. So a black Ford, this is an older woman, a grandmother age. They could actually be a grandmother. Okay, so what were they hoping and expecting and trying to manifest here? Are they going to prison? Were they trying to manifest this for somebody else? This person was trying to manifest somebody going to prison, but in fact, they will be going to prison. Because whoever they're coming against, baby, you're the star. You're the star. All right, is this connected? Is this a male, a female? Okay, but not connected. All right. Shift energy G, we got a female letter Z name. Stole from you. Did somebody steal from this female letter Z name? This female letter Z name stole from somebody? Okay. So female letter Z name stole from somebody? Oh, they thought they was trying to check you, but they being checked. They need to check themselves because if they was coming for you, they stole from you. Oh no, this person thought they was gonna steal from you and then check you. Is this connected? Are they wanting to say hello? They stole from you. Now they want to. They try to check you. They stole from you. They try to check you. Now they want to say hello. Whoever you are, you're single and successful by yourself here. You stand alone, okay? This person thought they was going to check you by stealing from you. I don't know why I just seen the sign of a Virgo. Somebody could be a Virgo. Oh. Is this connected? Okay, this person thought they was going to have you broken and shattered, whoever you are.
You gotta open it.
Yeah, I know.
Ew. This thing is filthy. You need to clean this car bad. You need to clean this car bad. Ugh. Smells like mildew. I don't see it. Fuck. Oh, I think I know where I put it. In the back of the door in the car. Huh? Hmm. Ugh. Oh. Hey, you guys.
You didn't find it?
Nope. It's crazy because I remember putting it in the back little pocket thing.
That could be in the back, you said?
No, I remember putting it in the back little pocket. Like the little cup holder thingy. I can't find it though. There's a lot of crap in there though.
Where?
In the truck.
Yeah.
I need to clean that out. It's just gross.
Hello? Let's get to a call back.
Thank you.
Shit. Is that broken?
Yeah, it still works.
It's already broken though?
No. It's okay though. It's regular. I break my phones every week.
I could tell by the snap it made when it landed.
Yeah. It's okay. I break a phone every week. If I don't break a phone once a week, it's not normal. Once a week. Can you grab me some paper towels, please?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you. Ew.
Yes, yeah, it's Kamal V. Buller. Yeah, yeah, you do. It's KBHULLAR11 at gmail.com. It's one. It's 8311 Viche Vista Drive, Colton, California 92324. I want to get like two quotes for insured vehicles. I want to see if the vehicle that I had that the insurance has lapsed now. I want to see if you quote me to get insurance on that one again. Yeah, I do.
It's like a permanent mud. It's really gross looking. I don't know. Why is this nail sticking out like this? Hey, why is that nail? That's like the third time that fucking man drove by.
You have a vape on you?
Is this trash? Trash? I mean, what's the stuff on here? That wasn't there before.
So,
This pinkish stuff. What is it? Weird. It's pink?
could be the insulation.
Hmm?
Pink? Does it look like
It could be what?
insulation?
No, it's not fluffy. It's just like, it kind of looks like paint a little bit.
just those paper bags. They don't do plastic bags here anymore.
This is Lily, your virtual assistant. To ensure excellent service, calls may be monitored and recorded for business purposes. How can we help you today?
Insurance quote.
Thank you for letting me know you're interested in this insurance quote. For security purposes, please congratulate the number ending in 3314 by saying yes.
Yes.
One moment while I text you the code. I have sent the code. You should see it shortly. When you do, please go ahead and read it to me.
895535.
Now please send me your code. Are you calling about an existing policy or is this about a new one?
New one.
I can text your agency's contact information. Do you consent to having a one-time text sent to you?
Yes.
One moment while I send you that information. We have sent you your agency's contact information. Is there anything else that we can help you with today?
No thanks.
Thank you for calling Goosehead Insurance. I haven't heard a response.
Thank
You
you.
can hear me.
Bye.
Say something.
Is the church open? I need to get gloves. You expecting something from FedEx? Bomb. I need a boat. Okay.